Hey guys, welcome to Manifesting Better. I'm back with another video and another topic that needs to be addressed. I also have an Instagram account, the link for that is in the description box below. Coaching is also available, the link for that too is in the description box below.
What are branch beliefs? Hey guys, hope you all are well. And in this video, I want to discuss the topic of branch beliefs. Now, this is a term that I came up with. I haven't seen it being used anyplace else. So other people might call it with different terms, and that's fine. But I will use the word branch beliefs here and even in my following videos to talk about this topic. Now, I recently made a post about this on Instagram, and a lot of people asked me for clarifications on this. So I thought I would make a video to explain this topic in detail so that if you are suffering or if you are in a position where branch beliefs are the reasons that you are stuck in your manifestations, so this video will help that out for you. Okay, so let's get into it. Before understanding what branch beliefs are, let's understand the basis of beliefs, like what are beliefs, because this is a very common thing that a lot of people in the LOA community, the law of assumption, the Neville Goddard, the manifestation community talk about that, oh, you need to change your beliefs. So what are beliefs and why do we need to change our beliefs? If I have to explain it in short words, beliefs are things that we believe about ourselves and we act on them and enact them in our life on a daily basis. So some common beliefs can be, maybe I'm not good enough, maybe I'm worthy, I'm great with money, I'm very poor with money, money doesn't come to me easily, I suck at relationships are difficult, people always cheat on me, I get a lot of good girls all the time, but I am never able to make that into a full-fledged relationship. Men don't like me, men always cheat on me. These are some examples of common beliefs that people have which hinder their life. Now, how does a belief hinder someone's life and how does a belief actually manifest? So whenever you have a belief, that's not the only place that it stays. So your belief doesn't only stay in your mind. Your beliefs shape your world. Carl Jung, a very, very famous psychologist, he used this statement, and I'm not going to, I don't remember the exact one, so I'm paraphrasing. He said that until and unless we are aware of our unconscious beliefs, we are always going to be a slave to them. So whenever we have a belief, so let's pick one belief. Let's say the belief is men are cheaters, right? And we have that belief. What will happen is, based on that belief, we will act in our life on a daily basis. For example, let's say I have this belief and I'm going out on dates. Now my idea is always going to be that men are cheaters. That's what I inherently believe, right? What will happen if I have that belief is, whenever I will go out on dates, my perceptions will be based on that belief system. So I will perceive things based on that. So let's say a guy is talking to someone on texts, my mind will tell me, oh, probably he's talking to another girl because men are cheaters, right? And then maybe I will act on it. Maybe I will go through his phone, or maybe I will not, or maybe something will happen that belief will be solidified, right? So that's how beliefs are important, and that's how they come into your life. Now there are many different kinds of beliefs, right? The major ones are our core beliefs. So core beliefs are usually about us, right? And these beliefs are inside us, which we have about ourselves. So these are more like, I am not good enough, I am not lucky, I cannot manifest what I want, things don't work out for me. Even if everything is going all right, at the end, something happens that takes it all away from me. I don't receive love in my life, I don't receive money in my life. These are all some examples of core beliefs that we have. Now, one thing that is important to understand is, people focus too much on beliefs, right? And that's great. We want to focus on beliefs. Now, that's what we change through techniques. But even after we have changed our beliefs, those beliefs are not just there, right? They are not just in our mind. They are being represented in some way, shape, or form in our life. So even if I change my belief system, I will have to change my perceptions, my actions, my boundaries along with them, right? Because if I change that, that's what people call embodiment. Then that's what I become. Then I am not someone who has this belief, I am this belief. I'm not someone who believes I'm good enough, I am good enough. Like, it becomes a different level of thinking because everything that you do is being supported by that belief system. Now, how are these beliefs formed and why do we get these beliefs in the first place? So usually our beliefs are formed in our childhood and as we are growing up. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that you need to have some traumatic event in your childhood for this belief to be formed. Now, most people who have opposite beliefs towards themselves are formed in their childhood when they aren't being treated right when they are younger. Now, this is a very huge term and it depends on person to person. But let's say someone whose mom doesn't give them attention. They can have a belief that females don't treat me right? So these beliefs are usually formed in childhood. Now, it doesn't just stay with your family, it can be in any place. So maybe when I was young, I was very impressionable, and someone who I respected a lot and who I thought was very, very smart and intelligent said something to me that I stuck onto. And I still believe that to this day. And I carry that belief forward. I had this one friend, he comes from a very wealthy family. And there is this one belief that was always instilled into him, where his father used to tell him that, oh, you know what, every time you're spending money, it's going to come back. And not surprisingly, every time he used to spend money, it used to come back. I remember this one story where he was like in school, he was not a great student, but he always knew that I will always get money. So after he finished his college, he landed a job very, very quickly. And eventually, what was happening was that he was not the hardest worker, like he was just goofing around at the job and everything. And one day he said that, oh, I want to leave this job. I'm not just being excited with that. Like, I am not in that position where I want to carry this job forward. And what he did was he went to his boss and told him that, hey, at this moment I'm leaving this job and something like that. Because he had that belief, his boss told him that, oh, you know what, like the person who's in the higher position than you is also leaving, like why don't we promote you? Then I remember he once went on a vacation and he spent a lot of money there, and he came back and I said, how much did you spend? And he told me, and he said, you know what, this is going to come back. 3 days later he got a bonus out of nowhere, and it was exactly the money that he had spent. And that is one belief that I am trying to take in from him because it has been very helpful. So these beliefs are usually formed in the childhood. Now, what are branch beliefs then? Because the topic of this video, which I wanted to explain to you, is branch beliefs. But for me to be able to explain branch beliefs to you, I had to explain what beliefs are. Now, how branch beliefs work is there is a core belief, there is a root belief, and then there are branches of those beliefs. So the branches of those beliefs are the beliefs that we have made in our mind based on the core belief that we have had. I will give you an example. So let's say I am someone who does not believe I am good enough. Just a very regular, a lot of people have this. Honestly, people who are manifesting their specific person, if you don't add an affirmation or a technique which tells you that I feel good enough or I am good enough, because probably there is a chance that the reason that if you are someone who's chasing your person, or if you are someone who's in an obsessive phase towards them, then this is one belief that you probably have. So work on that, like it's going to be helpful. But let's say the core belief is I'm not good enough. Now, because I believe I'm not good enough, I will have branches of that belief which will promote the idea that I'm not good enough. An example of that. So I might believe, my SP doesn't like me. Maybe they don't like my hair. Maybe they don't value me. Maybe they will have a third party. Maybe they will choose someone else. Maybe my boss will not give me the promotion, but give it to someone else. Why is that person being successful and not me? Life just doesn't work out for me. So if you see the common thread behind all these things, the common thread is all of these beliefs eventually turn down to I'm not good enough. I gave this activity to one of my clients very recently, and I told them that, you know what, write down all the beliefs. And they also had my self-concept course. So in there is a worksheet where I write down the old me, the new me. So I told them that write down all the beliefs that you have. And then they made this list, which was around 100 points long. And then they came to me and they were like, oh, Karan, I'm so worried. Like I have 100 beliefs. How will I change all these? We just mapped all of them out, right? And eventually it came down to 3 to 4 beliefs that they had, and others were just branches of them. Now, what happens is, because we are not going deep enough and we just start affirming for whatever we want in that regard without actually analyzing why we have this thing in the first place, we can bypass a lot of beliefs that we need to truly work on and start just focusing on the branch beliefs. So for someone who's saying that, you know, I'm not good enough, maybe my SP doesn't like me because of my hair, I can start affirming, oh, my SP likes my hair, right? But if that goes away, because the root belief that I am not good enough still stays the same, it will represent out in some other way. So another branch will arise. Maybe now I will not like my height, or now I will not like my skin, or now I will not like my job. Something will come up that will still promote the belief that I'm not good enough. So if I'm not working on the core belief, what I'm basically doing is I'm delaying the inevitable, and I'm just projecting that one branch, I'm putting it away, then I'm focusing on the other branch. It's just like A tree, if at the root of the tree you're not giving out water, and you think that the branches are like the leaves are not coming out properly, you can keep cutting the leaves and keep thinking that these leaves are bad. But the issue is at the root. You don't water the leaves of the tree, you water the root of the tree. A simple activity to find out how to see if you have a branch belief or if you don't is ask yourself, who am I if I have this belief? So let's say I'm someone who's saying that my SP doesn't like me because of my skin, right? And I ask myself, who am I being if I am having this belief? I am being someone who does not believe I'm good enough. Now, it can be for whatever reason that I don't believe I'm good enough. It can be my skin, my hair, my nails, my height, my eyes, whatever it is. But if I go back to I don't believe I'm good enough, right? And I'm representing it because my body needs something to not feel good enough for. So I need to find something, and I'm finding something which is not something that is actually the issue. In that moment, focusing on the core belief is going to be more important, and then the branches will take care of themselves. So if I truly believe I'm good enough, if I truly inherently believe I'm blessed, right? I wouldn't be thinking that my manifestations are taken away from me at the end. I wouldn't be worried if my SP will like me or not, because I do, because I believe I'm good enough. I wouldn't be worried if my hair look a certain way or not. I wouldn't be worried on what outfits am I wearing to the gym, because maybe that girl in the gym that I like does not like the color black and does not like the color green, and maybe she will judge me for it and everything. If I truly believe in myself, I'm good enough. If I truly from the essence perceive things in my life from that belief, I act on that belief, my boundaries are related to that belief, I wouldn't be in a space where I would be doubting the fact that this person wouldn't like me for a certain thing. So that is why working on your core beliefs are more important, and let the branches take care of themselves. Now, what can you do to work on these beliefs, and how can you do that? Now, this is where manifestation techniques come in. The thing with manifestation techniques is people are using the techniques, but they are using the techniques for the wrong things. So instead of focusing on the core issue, they are focusing on something else. Like this one affirmation that a lot of people, like I was thinking, I was talking to this client, and she said that, oh, I use this one affirmation. She came from a very obsessive place, and she said, I use this one affirmation. My SP cannot even breathe without me. He's consistently begging to be with me. I asked her that if you are actually part of a healthy relationship, do you really want the person to be begging you, or is that just something to soothe your ego, right? And genuinely, when I asked her this question, she said, you know what, you're right. I don't want him to beg me. It just feels that I have begged him or chased him for so long that I wanted to feel good by soothing my ego with that, right? And while affirming that, I was not feeling good at all. I was just feeling that I have won one over on him, and I have won the power struggle game, and now he's the one who is running after me. That doesn't solve your issue that you're still not in a relationship with that person. So in these moments, use the techniques right. Use them for the correct things that matter. And when resistance shows up, I have videos on resistance already linked in the bio. You can check them out. You can deal with the resistance. But I highly recommend you guys to focus on the core beliefs. Let the branches take care of themselves. Just like when you water the root of the tree, the branches also get the water automatically. You are not the one who has to focus on it. So I hope this video helps. If you have any questions in relation to branch beliefs, leave them down in the comments below. I will check, and I will either post some stories about it on Instagram, or I will make a post on it on Instagram. So I will see you guys, and hope you have a good day.
Click the like button if you liked the video. Subscribe and turn the notifications on for more such content. Comment down your video suggestions, and I will see you guys in the next one.